Now say you just went and bought something for your Star Wars collection and you bought it with the box. Now say you don't have the money to go get an acrylic case for this right here to protect the box. Well, Katana Collectibles can help you out, and I'm going to show you guys what they can do for you. And it's actually affordable, to be honest. It is a little cheaper if you go to katanacollectibles.com, but you can find them on eBay if you want to just order it off of eBay. But let's dive into Katana Collectibles, and I'm going to show you guys what their protector cases look like. They aren't acrylic, and they are protected by UV light. So let's check this out. Alright, so I know there's been other reviews on Katana Collectibles here on YouTube, but I wanted to make a video and show you guys what I got custom made for my Palatoy Death Star, which is right here. And it's out in the open. Now keep in mind, over time, I'm going to change the whole entire layout here in the Star Wars room. I'm actually going to have more display cases set up against this wall, and then have all of my loose action figures that are all completed. You know, all the Kenner Star Wars action figures. I'll have all of those guys in a case also above the display cases. But some of these play sets that I have, I don't even have the boxes for. And some of them are really hard to come by, like the Power of the Force Skiff and the Palatoy Death Star. You know, just an example. Now, I did get, for my Droid Factory, I did get a protector for this. Now, Katana Collectibles already had this on their website. Now you can go to katanacollectibles.com, or you can find them on eBay. I do prefer to go to .com because it is a little bit cheaper with shipping and just the price overall. Now, I love acrylic, you know, don't get me wrong, I do. And I do have a lot of my things in acrylic cases. But sometimes acrylic can be a little expensive, and you know, you have to wait a little bit longer to save up to get that case, especially if it's for a certain action figure or, you know, whatever. But Katana Collectibles, you know, they do custom made cases. So if you give them the measurements and the pictures, they will help you out. And they're located in California. So, I mean, it only took about 3 to 4 days for this to get here. And I said, hey, you know, I want a case for my Palatoy Death Star. So that's what we're going to go over today. I'm going to show you what I had them made for this right here. And I'm going to keep this thing loose and display it all of the time. So even when I have these display cases, I'll have it set up in this case still. Now, this is the first one that I got. I got one coming for the X-Wing and my TIE Fighter and yada yada yada. Now, they don't just do Star Wars, you know. They do all the Star Wars toys, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Care Bear. It doesn't matter if you have something that you want, you know, to be protected. You know, hit them up, they will hook you up, and there's no issues. Now, there's options, you know, when you go and before you check out, besides shipping, you know. I think I got the easy pull tab on this one, so you can just pull the tab to open up this protector. Some of them, you just lock, it's got like a lock, different locking tabs or something for it to lock, so you have to check that. I'm pretty sure I got the basic one, or I got the easy pull, something like that. But make sure you know, double check that stuff. Now, every time I order these, I make sure that they already glued these together, so I just, you know, open it up and then I put the box in there. So I love these. It's not acrylic, but it's protected by UV light. And to be honest, it's better than the box just hanging out and getting destroyed. And, you know, honestly, the box just wear and tear in general for this thing because it is old. But overall, it's protected, and these things are great. I love these cases, and they're affordable compared to going and getting acrylic all of the time. So I do want them to make a size for, you know, just the land speeder box. That would be pretty cool. They do have one, but it's not for this land speeder box. It's for a different box. But hopefully they will continue to do that. I have to get one for the Falcon box back here, so hopefully that'll happen. But this one is for the Palatoy Death Star, and let me tell you guys, this thing is huge. This is how big it is. This thing is massive. Let me get the whole, yeah, there we go. It's in the whole entire screen. At least it fits. That's crazy. So I gotta open this up, and I'm gonna put my Palatoy Death Star in this thing. I mean, I got the priority mail on this one, so it only took about 2 to 3 days for it to come in. So I'm gonna rip this thing open, and I mean, this is how they sent it to me. Because it's already glued. You know, this one's glued together. So once I get it out of here, I just open it up, and then that's it. It's really about it. But it is cool that, you know, you're just like, hey, I went and spent money on this, and say you got your friend Fred coming over, and you're like, oh, Fred, check this out. Look what I got, man. I got this at that local toy show today. Oh, well, that's cool. Well, you're going to display it in anything? Oh, well, I don't have anything to put it in. No, I figured it out, and now it's going to have something to be protected by, so that is exciting. Let's rip this box open and see what this thing looks like, shall we? So yeah, if you guys want to get a case for some of your Star Wars collectible items, I suggest you guys go look at Katana Collectibles.com, which is these guys right here. You guys can go check them out. You know, they can make a custom case for you. Just let them know and be sure to message them. And we got this thing opened up, and I see her. She's just laying in here. All right, let's get this thing out of here, shall we? Let's see, I cut all of that all the way. Wow, look at this. This thing is huge. Woo! Okay, buddy. All right, I'm gonna have to put this thing together. Oh, here's one of their cards, that's what's gonna be on the screen for you guys, but wow. Sorry about the reflection from the ring light. Yeah, see? This opens up like that. You gotta peel that off. All right. All right, guys, so I'm gonna set this up, and then I'll get the camera rolling again, so you guys can see me put it up there. I had a hard time. It was moving all over the place. You know what I mean? But that's okay. Ewok's not here right now, so I had to do it. I got away with it. Now I'm just going to have to move all of this out of the way, which I cannot wait to get rid of most of this stuff in here and change the whole entire setup in the room. It's going to be great. It's going to look very nice. Let's see if this big old thing's going to fit up here. Oh, crap. TIE Fighter Interceptor's in the way. Of course you are. Come on. Come on. Oh, man, this thing is huge. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Okay, I am going to have to move the Falcon box out of the way. Oh, my bad, Darth Vader. Moving all over the place over there. Let's get this out of the way. Still got the training ball sealed right there. It's pretty cool. Wanted to have that displayed outside of the box with this. Just throwing that out there. Pretty proud of that. There is one on eBay, guys. Jedi training ball sealed. I think last I saw it was going for like $140. Buy it now. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Jesus, this thing is so big it don't even fit up here. Oh my god. Alright, well, that's great. Alright guys, this is a cluster F, so I'm gonna un-F this right here. You know what? What the hell am I doing? It's a lot better than dust getting all over the Palatoy Death Star now, or, you know, something falling on it and destroying it. It's not going to always stay right here, but it does have its own case now, so I don't have to worry about the dust and everything else So this is what it looks like, guys. I mean, for me, this works. I don't know about any of you, but this is pretty cool. And if I wanted to get an acrylic one, that would be cool because it wouldn't be so flimsy. But this is better than nothing, guys. You gotta work with what you got. So yeah, that's the Palatoy Death Star in a protector case. So if you need one of those for your Palatoy Death Star, I suggest you hit up Katana Collectibles and get you one of these and snug her in there. That was a lot of fun. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I want you guys to know that you can go get a cheap protective case made for your Star Wars toys or your G.I. Joe, Transformers. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you go check out Katana Collectibles right here. And like I said, go to katanacollectibles.com. It's a little bit cheaper than going on eBay. Unless you really don't care, you can also check them out on eBay. May the Force be with you guys, and take care, Star Wars collectors.